culture, making memories to keep, sharing stories, recipes, life's little dreams. On Making Beans, we spill the means. From kitchen to table, hospitality bright, flavors of the world dancing in the light, sipping brew and tasting fine. Making beans, it's our time. Tune in, folks, we're taking a ride for culinary tales far and wide. We're talking food, we're talking drink. Making beans, you'll never want to blink. Tune in, folks, we're taking a ride through culinary tales far and wide. We're talking food, we're talking drink. Making beans, you'll never want to blink. Fireside chats with chefs so wise, mixologists crafting sweet surprise. On to fork and seed to plate. On Making Beans, we'll never want to blink. Life's a feast, let's not wait. Savor moments oh so great. From a humble bean to gourmet show, Making Beans, where good times flow. Tune in, folks, we're taking a ride through culinary tales far and wide. We're talking food, we're talking drink. Making beans, you'll never want to blink. Yeah. Life's a feast, let's not wait. Savor moments oh so great. From a humble bean to gourmet show, Making Beans, where good times flow. Tune in, folks, we're taking a ride through culinary tales far and wide. We're talking food, we're talking drink. Making beans, you'll never want to blink. Making beans, where good times flow. Making beans, you'll never want to blink. Making beans, you'll never want to blink.
Welcome, y'all, to Making Beans, the podcast where we stir up raw and uncensored conversations about cooking, food journeys, and the vibrant experiences of working in the hospitality industry. I'm your host, Chef John Wayne. Let's get cooking. Why Making Beans? It's a passion project. It's something I want to get out to my viewers. Something that's not just in a standard format like you might find in a great book. You know, you think of Kitchen Confidential, Heat from Bill Buford, or something from Michael Ruhlman. This is my take and the format that I chose. And I think it would just be a lot of fun. I want to feature different people coming on with me in the studio, or maybe they're remotely somewhere working in the industry, or they've been part of the industry in some way, shape, or form. Just bringing their stories to light, creating great conversations about the hospitality industry at large, and see what you guys think about it. The name comes from my grandfather, and conversations he would start with people, he would always ask, "What's cooking?" Or he would call me, at the house, or the parents at the house. It's always, "What's cooking?" I always would say, "I'm making beans." And it's just a funny thing I would do. So this is a nod to my grandfather. He's pictured right here behind me. He's a chef, had several restaurants throughout the country, pizzeria, trattoria, Italian. He was trained in Napolitan cuisine, just like myself when I traveled there. I lived in Sorrento, Italy, training in Napolitan cuisine, kind of following his footsteps a little bit. I'm a former Army 82nd Airborne paratrooper, turned chef. I made that decision in 2006 when I got out of the military, and never looked back. Been cooking. I was cooking before that in restaurants, Italian trattoria as a pizzola, uh, for a fact, and then did various other things in the IT, and then my military background. But got out and found a new passion in cooking, and I was cooking various parties at my house, having friends, people over, and really cooking brought me back to life. Kind of saved me, gave me a new purpose when I got out. Went to culinary school, went to Italy, did an externship there, came back, and just started hitting the beat in Chicago. Worked for Marcus Samuelson, worked for Rodelia Eglibot, all over the city of Chicago. Finally, I got out on my own. Then started traveling around the world, getting various gigs, opening, I opened sushi bars in Italy, consulted in a place in the Philippines, ended up teaching in the Philippines, Culinary 101. Came back to the US, opened a few more places, opened poke shops, consulted for steakhouse, Chicago Chop House, and then moved to California and worked for a few places. One was Tao as an executive chef in Hollywood. Then got involved into a place as an executive chef in Santa Barbara County, and I'm now back into consulting and working with various concepts all over where I'm at, or I might go somewhere. And now just really trying to remove myself from the day to day, as it can take its toll, mentally, physically, as I'm not getting any younger. So finding other outlets, consulting, but then this podcast and sharing my stories and with other people who might come on the show. So I have a lot of great shows lined up. People I've worked with and throughout the industry, or just people I know or have encountered who are going to come on the show. And every show should be and will be uniquely different and have its own kind of identity. And I hope that maybe as we build this, if I get a good enough following, I'd like to do some live shows and get some guest interactions. I do want to share recipes. I want to get into maybe doing some cooking demos or some type of culinary teaching demos as well that might be a little more interactive as a live type stream. During COVID, when I was running a restaurant in Santa Barbara County, we had during the shutdown, I started doing Zoom cooking classes. So maybe picking up something like that again. Also, I'm picking up doing a podcast format. I originally, a long time ago, I was doing a blog in 2011 when I took my sabbatical and first time I left Chicago and traveled around the world, and was writing my blog based on the premise of working in a kitchen, so the stage of a kitchen, and my perspective, working, prepping, being on the line, wherever it might be, and then going to sit down and have a dinner and just writing about the whole experience. So from kitchen to sitting down and experiencing the actual meal. It was fun. I was picked up by Nat Geo to do a pilot show, which hopefully I'll bring that back and feature that as one of the episodes for making beans. And the show didn't get picked up. Obviously, it takes a long time to do those types of things, but the recognition that I got from Nat Geo was really cool experience to go through. And like I said, this is a passion project, and I hope to carry on. So I might feature different recipes, like I said, or drinks. I want to get into that too. Wine. I'm in wine country. I just live outside of Santa Barbara County, so there's great wine country out here, and feature different. Maybe I'll bring in a winemaker, as well. And we'll do like a wine show or whatever it might be. So I think that'll be fun. Right now, I'll share with you a little recipe that I have. I'm gonna pull that up now. So limoncello, which I'm drinking, is my drink of the day. Cheers. One of my last bottles, limoncello, for some lemons I grew from, is on the property I'm staying on. I have a new batch here. This is traditional limoncello. This is a grapefruit lime cello, I should say. I like to do various citruses, and really it's a citrus infusion, but it originates in Italy. I learned the original recipe that I'm sharing with you in Sorrento when I trained there. So water, sugar, good high proof neutral spirit grain alcohol. Higher the better. I use Everclear. And there's a little recipe for you. You can also check it on the website. I'll pull that up as well real quick. Take a look at the website, makingbeans.com. I'm going to feature this on YouTube and other various platforms, podcasts, Apple Podcasts, things like that. And then I have an Instagram started as well, Making Beans Podcast. So check those medias out, the bottom of the screen. And let's see here. And that's about it. Really appreciate you guys coming out. Take a look at the show. Let me know what you think. Definitely go on the website too. Write me a message. If you need some help with recipes or inspiration, hit me up. Love to do that. I like to get this a little bit more interactive when possible, or maybe feature a question you might have about the industry, or maybe you're a young cook just getting out of culinary school, like how should I approach it, or questions you might encounter, or things that you should know or study up on before you go enter into working at a restaurant. Tips, just want to do that. And I think it's another mentor platform, because I love being a mentor to people, and it's one of my mottos, just being a mentor. And we're going to get into that in some of the shows. Actually, the show that I have coming up for you, the second show, will be one of my proteges, who's now in the private chef field. So we're going to have a great show about that. We're going to talk about mentors, and little quote that I love that I made: true mastery in a subject means you can confidently and concisely teach that subject to someone else. So something to take with you today. But I think I got a great lineup for you. And please write me. Let me know what you think of the show. We'll get this going. We'll do some live shows, and let's just have some fun and keep the conversation going. So really appreciate you guys tuning in here. Look forward to the next show. And that's it. I'm going to sign off here. Cheers.
Making up stories, making dreams. Talking about life, sharing themes. Sip on wisdom, enjoy the ride. Recipes and culture all in stride. Making beans, we break it down. Food and drink on every round. From kitchen tales to heartfelt talks, spicing up your daily walks. Hospitality, we keep it real. Chefs and brews, they'll make you feel. Every dish, every drink, more than just what's in the sink. Making beans, we break it down. Food and drink on every round. From kitchen tales to heartfelt talks, spicing up your daily walks. Life is flavorful of zest. Join the table, be our guest. Culture, stories, new cuisine. Every episode like a dream. Ooh, 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 ooh. Food and drink on every round. From kitchen tales to heartfelt talks, spicing up your daily walks. Life is flavorful as zest. Join the table, be our guest. Culture, stories, new cuisine. Every episode like a dream.